Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In the previous lecture, we talked about the concept of learning, its characteristics. We talked about the laws. We talked about different theories as well. Dear students, let me give you some kind of ideas about the types of learning. Dear students, this lecture and presentation is for class 12th. Dear students, there are different types of learning. Number one is perceptual learning. My dear students, the process by which the ability of sensory systems to respond to stimuli is improved through experience. Perceptual learning occurs through sensory interaction with the environment as well as through practice in performing specific sensory tasks. Dear students, there is second one, that is the conceptual learning. Uh, this conceptual learning is an educational method that centers on big picture ideas and learning how to organize and categorize information. There's not this perceptual learning is based upon the perceptions. Similarly, this conceptual learning is based upon the conceptual understanding. This is a sort of experience that is based upon the concepts. Number third is this motor learning. This motor learning is a subdiscipline of motor behavior that examines how people acquire motor skills. Motor learning is relatively permanent change in the ability to execute a motor skill as a result of practice and experience. Dear students, in the usual day-to-day life, we are experiencing different motor skills like walking, playing, singing, etc. etc. This is not actually a pre-planned activity. These things are uh, we are usually having the practice and the kind of obligation for these activities as well. Dear students, there is the fourth one, that is the verbal learning. My dear students, this verbal learning is the process of acquiring, retaining, and recalling of verbal material. At its most elementary level, it can be defined as the process of building associations between a stimulus and response, with both of them being verbal. The kind of understanding the experience that is based upon the verbal association. Like dear students, we are listening the things, we are listening some kind of lectures, we are listening some other kind of experiences. This is the sort of experience that is based upon the verbal material. Similarly, there is one more, that is this associative learning. This associative learning is a principle that states that ideas and experiences reinforce each other and can be linked to one another, making it a powerful teaching strategy. There are different experiences and ideas that are based upon the association. I mean to say that to assimilating these ideas to form a what I should say, the relevant idea or the desirable idea. This kind of learning is based upon the ideas that reinforce each other. They can be obviously linked to one another. That means this is a kind of technique that is used in the teaching uh, uh, in the classroom. Dear students, these are the types of learning. Dear students, there are other types of learning as well, but keeping the syllabus and content of this class 12 in concerned, we had to discuss all these learning that I presented here. Dear students, this was all about the learning. This was all about the lesson learning. Now we will move, inshallah, in the next lecture. We will talk about different chapters as well. Thank you, my dear students.